The real challenge is on the policymakers and the leaders of the continent to be up to the task. Basically, the expectations are very high. The processes are extremely complex. The young people don't have the patience to wait for a long time, and they are not only saying they are determined to be part of the process, so that if, in a sense, the African Union says the Africa we envision, the Africa of 2063 or even before then, would be an Africa where everything will be driven by Africans themselves. In other words, putting African agency at the center of the whole process. That actually requires a whole number of changes at various levels, including at the policy level. And it puts them actually in a position where they ought to listen and work with these young people who are also aspiring to be part of the process. In other words, what is being articulated at the continental level as an objective, as an ambition, is also taken up very concretely by social movements and of young people, women, marginalized groups of various kinds, but also people at another level, entrepreneurs, and so who also want to be part of the process. And I think capturing that and making sure that that works in the way and in the direction that we want it to work is a big challenge. What it means is a renegotiation of the terms of our engagement among ourselves. In other words, we need a new kind of social contract on our continent, a new kind of compact where everybody would be working towards these objectives that are very, lofty. The AU vision for Africa of 2063 is a very beautiful vision, but it requires people buying into it, subscribing, sharing the vision on the one hand. On the other hand, it will not be an easy task to realize. The global processes are extremely complex, and they are not all working towards making it possible or easy for Africa to become what it wants to be. And I think if there's a challenge that ought to be addressed, is precisely that one among others, renegotiating the terms of our engagement with the international community so that Africa will truly have a possibility of not only having a say, but also being the driver of the changes that are occurring within itself as a continent and as a people, but also having the possibility to contribute to global conversations that are occurring at various levels. And again, this is something I believe which is very much in line with what the most vision of social change at the global level is, and it's a shared vision.